Morena whānau.
So we've got most of the shingle laid down. I don't know if you guys can see that, you should be able to see that. Most of the shingle laid down, so I'm just going to do a little bit of levelling this morning to try and get it where I want it. There might be a few holes, so if there is I'll go get a little bit more gravel. Same old story, got to go shift some cattle. Got to fix that flat tyre from the trailer, so we'll probably take that to town fairly shortly.
Got the plumbers coming to
finish off a couple of jobs on the house.
Yeah, gonna be a busy day. Oh, that looks not too bad. I've made a bit of a start. Probably out there's alright. The only part that probably still needs a little bit more is through here. So I'll get that tyre fixed and then I'll get a couple extra loads through this bit. And I'm just tossing up. I might throw a load or two in there just beside the shed. We will be pouring concrete tomorrow. So I thought I'd just show you the progress we've made so far. So I showed you all the poles were up the other day. And now we have boxing, so that's the timber frame. Goes right around the outside, obviously holds the concrete in place. We've got a compacted layer of shingle underneath the whole floor, which is pretty level, close to level as I could get it. Then on top of that, we've got that layer of polythene, prevents water from wicking up through the floor. And then we've got the reinforcing steel, which strengthens the concrete and reduces the chance of it cracking. And we've got a few holes over there, dug ready for the rag straps. They're going to hold the posts for the doors. And I've just got one more little project, so just through there I actually have to dig a trench and see that little blue, that piece of blue boxing. I've got to bring a cable up through there for the power cable because our sub main is going to go on that post in front of us just there. I've cut this wee trench for the power cable. So the power cable comes across from the house buried with a couple of water pipes, and I've just got to bring it across from that trench to this pole on the workshop. Now the hole has to be, or the trench has to be 600 deep, so we're up at about 700 there now, which is good. What I'll do is I'll lay it in there and then I'll go find some sand or some pea metal, because we can't have this native soil with these big rocks up against the power cable, or over time they'll pinch their way through it. Right next to where the cows are grazing, we've got this little strip here. So this low spot through here is the old bed of a creek which was diverted, I understand, back in the 50s. Every winter though it does, when it rains it does fill up a little bit. So what we've done is, since we've taken over this property, or taken over the lease of this property, we've fenced it off, and with the help of Horizons, they're our regional council, and also Trees for Bees, so that's Jason Pryor. He's a nursery down the road from us. We've planted it out in a whole variety of different things, so a lot of native trees, a lot of flaxes and grasses, quite a few trees that are specifically planted to be friendly to bees. Now Jason can probably tell you all the different things we planted, because there was dozens of different things, manukas and carnukas and different types of wattle, and I think there was a locust tree, and just huge variety of different things. But yeah, we're pretty happy about this. Now obviously it means that we're missing out on a wee bit of grass. There's about a hectare in this riparian strip that's been planted, but we think in the long run, it's going to provide shelter and shade for our stock. It's going to provide filtration, so that we end up with less phosphate ending up into the river. It's going to trap sediment. We think it's going to be an asset, even though we miss out on a little bit of grass. So we're pretty proud of it. When I was shifting the heifers, I was going through my 4Fs and I discovered we had a broken borecock arm. So if you can see that there, that's broken off. Yeah, it's coming, it's coming. That was broken off. So I happened to carry a spare on the truck, so it should look more like that. So we just got to reassemble this borecock with a new arm. So you put that in upside down. That goes in there. A little cotter pin, split pin goes through there. That takes a tap. Bend the end over that. Give that little seal a wee rub. And go back on. Put the ball back on the end.